Hey everyone, today we're looking at the top 5 cases for iPhone 14 Pro Max. We'll be getting up and close and personal with these cases, showing you the details and unique features. These cases were selected because of their high quality and great price, and their feature sets, as well as the unique things each one has to offer. These are mostly well-known brands and highly rated brands. As you can see, they are similar in appearances, but have slight differences that become more apparent as you continue to examine them. Some of the cases appear to be more translucent, while others tend to have a darker tint, matte-like finish. Here are the brands that we'll be working with today. First one up is Indabo brand, OtterBox Symmetry Plus, Sonic's, Apple Clear Case, and Spigen. Of course, all these cases support MagSafe. Indabo has the kickstand and is the most clear out of all the cases. OtterBox is the darkest but has a slight thicker bezel. Sonic's has a matte finish, uses more white colors. Apple Case uses hard plastic, has open exposed areas where speakers and ports, a possible vulnerability when dropped. Spigen uses air cushion corners. Let's do a more in-depth analysis of the Indabo case. It's really surprising that they were able to fit a whole kickstand into the MagSafe area. This is a true marvel and very surprising that no other viable brands are trying this. It's also very crystal clear. When we pick it up and examine it, it's got a soft rubberized bezel all the way around the perimeter of the case. The kickstand itself has chamfered edges with nice fluid open and close mechanism. It can also be operated with one finger when you need to open it. This kind of ease of use is very appreciated. The case is easy to put on and easy to take off. When we apply the case, we see that it does a pretty good job of protecting the phone, and its kickstand makes for watching videos very easy and fun. You can also record videos with the kickstand if you're a YouTuber or a vlogger. So as you can see, the kickstand has many uses and is a unique distinguishing feature of this case. Next up, OtterBox Symmetry. Now this case is also special in that its exterior bezel around the perimeter is extra rubbery and a little extra thick. In terms of thickness, it looks like the same like the other cases, but it's not. It's a little bit thicker and a little bit more rubberized, and because of this, we know for a fact it's going to protect the phone when dropped. The other addition I really like is the physical buttons are separated from the case. No doubt this was a more expensive route to take, but it pays off. The buttons feel just right when you click them. In the past, case buttons would be mushy and sometimes you had to press really hard. This is because they didn't separate the buttons from the case. They were integrated. Not this time. The case is snug and the buttons feel great. Although I did notice the case left more smudges and isn't as clear as some of the other cases like the Indabo. Next up, we have Sonic's. First thing you'll notice about the Sonic's is its rubberized perimeter is semi-translucent, white matte finish, which feels different to the touch. It has less grip, but also less smudges, and a more dry feel when touching it. This might actually appeal to some users quite a bit. Its MagSafe magnets are visible in a circular symbol, while the other cases keep the magnets hidden. There's also a glitter added to the case. I'm not sure if this was an accident or if this was intended, but either way, it was included and it wasn't something that I added. The buttons are separated and feel good to click. In terms of color, it is the most white case out of the bunch. Its Sonic's branding is visible. Sometimes logos can be intrusive. That is up to you to decide what your preference is. Next up, we have the Apple Clear case. This is the most shiniest case out of the bunch. It's the most reflective. However, it does use a hard surface, unlike the rubber surfaces of the other cases, and may scuff easier. It does look better to the eye, but this hard surface may shatter when dropped. Also, near the bottom, we have a completely open area, which makes it easier to plug in. However, it makes it more difficult to protect that area if it's dropped in that area. No doubt about it, it does look good and will protect the phone's four corners. However, its design philosophy is different. They sacrifice better protection for good looks. It does have less durability because once it's dropped from a high place a few times, the case will shatter and will need to be replaced. Perhaps a good case for those that don't drop their phones often. Up next, we have Spigen. Another clear case with some light branding on the side. Its buttons are integrated into the case. There's also much more pronounced and noticeable air cushions on the corners. It does have a nice rubberized feel on the perimeter, and when the case is applied, it's easy to install and easy to take off. Just as the cameras have protective barriers, the perimeter of the case itself also has additional barriers near the bottom of the case for added stability when you place your phone on the ground. This is definitely a unique feature which will ensure most of the scuffing happens on these legs and barriers. Well, what do you guys think? Which case would you buy? Do you have a favorite case? In my particular case, I'd probably just either use the Indobble or the OtterBox. I really like that integrated kickstand. It seems to be a really unique feature. None of the other cases seem to have it. On top of that, you get all the other great features like the nice rubberized bezel and the really nice feel and grip that the case gives it. So which case would you choose? Any one of these cases will do the job, but they do have their pluses and minuses, and they do have their strengths and weaknesses. So, to recap, the Indobble case is awesome because it has that integrated kickstand and it has good quality, and you can tell when you're holding it. The OtterBox has that rubberized bezel that's a little bit thicker than all the other bezels. It feels like they just went a little extra mile when building that case. Sonic's is a very white looking case with that matte finish. Gives it that great white look. Perhaps some of you might really like that. Or the Apple case, the most shiniest and clearest case of them all. Perhaps maybe you want the Spigen. The Spigen case has those air cushions and it has those little rubberized stands near the bottom that help stabilize the phone when you place it on the table. Which case do you guys want? Which one would you choose? Now in terms of price, the Indobble case is going to usually be running on sale. Not always, but sometimes it will, and you'll probably get a better price with that Untable case. Although the same could be said for any of those other cases. So keep a lookout on the prices and pick the one that you feel comfortable paying for. Alright, thanks for watching guys. See you in the next video.